everybody? Sparrow's Song here with Nerd Caliber, and we're at PAX East 2014. Just ran into an amazing YouTuber here. It's so nice to meet you.
Where is he at?
Could you please tell us your YouTube name and your real name?
Okay, sure. I am Andre Meadows, and I do the YouTube channel Black Nerd Comedy, and I'm at Black Nerd on Twitter.
Awesome. So exciting. So how did you get started being a YouTuber?
It was kind of a fluke. I did a video contest for Beauty and the Geek. You remember that show? It was like an old CW show. So you had to do like let me introduce myself to you guys. And I didn't get on the show, so I was like, I got this cool video. And that's when I heard about this thing called YouTube where you can put videos up. So I put it there just for fun. And then I started doing little like joke sketches and music video parodies and stuff like that. Because once I started seeing more people were putting up on there. And it was just like a couple years of just doing that randomly. And then once I went to my first VidCon and saw like there's a whole community and people who are making videos on a regular basis and people who are even like this like their job, their living, I was like, this is awesome. I want to do this, but I only talk about Smurfs and Gremlins and random 80s stuff. No one cares about that. Luckily, there are a few people who do care about it, so I've just been going solid since then.
Yeah, totally. And like I know I love watching your work, so it's cool. So what was it like growing up a nerd, specifically in the Black community?
It was very interesting. Like a lot of people always ask, why do you call yourself Black Nerd? And all this, it's like this really. I'm not a activist or anything like that. I'm not trying to be like down with the white nerds. I'm like, all nerds are cool, but the reason why I call myself that is because I almost look at it like there's a lot of things in the Black community, there's a lot of things in the nerd community, and when you're kind of in the middle, there's some things that it's tough for you to deal with because you're a nerd and you're around Black people who aren't nerds. There's some things you have to deal with where people assume certain things about you because you're Black that are not true because you're a Black nerd. And so it's like you don't fit in anywhere, basically. Like no, whatever group, community, you just like you get just enough to fit in, and then it's like, oh, well, now I said the one thing that knocks me right back out.
Well, that's really inspiring to hear.
Well, that's why I do it. Is because it was one of those things growing up that I would always feel uncomfortable with, whereas now I feel very proud of having both sides. And what's really awesome, or what's really been nice, is when I get feedback from people who watch my videos who are like, oh my gosh, I felt the same way you did, and I thought I was alone. Now I'm seeing you do this stuff, and so now I feel more comfortable with the things I like, and not feeling like because I'm Black I have to play up to a certain stereotype, or because I'm a nerd I have to play up to a certain stereotype. It's like you just like what you like, and so that's really cool, and it's inspiring.
And it's so beneficial to have in the community a role model like that. I think that's really novel.
I don't know if I'm the best role model, but yes, I know, I really do. It's really nice to meet different people, especially coming out to events like this and just seeing how, just you think you're at home making these silly little videos and stuff, and like you're in your home being crazy and no one cares, and then you get to meet people and you see the impact some of that stuff has, and it means a lot to me because it drives me, and like their support makes me, not to say take it seriously like, oh, this is like a job, blah, 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 but like it's like there's more to it than it's not just about yourself anymore. It's like it's you've created a community and you want to foster that community and make it grow and cater to those people and go to things like this so you can meet those people in person. And I think that's it's very telling. I feel like that with some of the newer changes in YouTube where you can easily monetize things, or people see the articles of like, oh, these person have millions of views and subscribers, that sometimes people just get real fixated on that part. But there is a really cool community aspect and a cool self-reflection aspect of everything. You just learn more about yourself by making these videos talking about Megan Fox being in Ninja Turtles.
There you go. That's it.
It's like philosophy, Megan Fox.
Yeah, that's great. Well, finally, do you have any advice for aspiring YouTubers?
I think just find something you're very passionate about, something that you could talk about ad nauseum for people, and just really get into that. YouTube is a huge place. The internet is a huge place. So there's room for everyone, and as far as what your interest is, never feel like your interest is too big or too small. Obviously certain things are going to click with certain people quicker or slower. It takes time. I've been doing it for like 6 or 7 years now. So it definitely takes time to get to a certain point. So I think it's just one of those things you just have to enjoy it. Like, do it because you want to do it. Do it because it's fun. Have your own voice, and all the other, I guess you could call them perks will come into play when they should, and it's different for everybody. So let the drive be, I want to make this creative thing, I want to talk people or speak my mind, I want to create a community. Have that as a drive, because that's something you can be successful for right off the bat. If you get like a few hundred people watching you, you've done something, you've accomplished something. Because just remember, like a lot of people, the thing I can't stand is when people are like, oh, I'm just a small channel. And you're like, no. If you got like a couple hundred people watching you, that's a couple hundred people who could have been doing something else, been doing like gone somewhere else, checked out lots of other websites, included some, I'm talking about, and they watched you. So that's amazing. So like everything you get you should feel proud of that. And if you just keep working on it, it just grows and grows.
That's great. Thanks so much.
Thank
Well, it was
you.
awesome meeting you. All right, everybody, we're at PAX East 2014. I'm Sparrow Song, and you're watching Nerd Caliber.